Life shouldn't be hard. Life should be a fun-filled adventure every day. So now start joining up dots. Tap into your talents, your skills, your God-given gifts, and tell your boss, you don't deserve me. I'm out of here. It's time for you to smash that alarm clock and start getting the dream business and life you, well, of course, are dreaming of. Let's join your host, David Ralph, from the back of his garden in the UK, or wherever he might be today, with another jammed-packed episode of the #1 hit podcast, Join Up Dots.
Yeah, good morning to you and welcome to the Join Up Dots podcast. This is the podcast that is driving you guys on, some like rocket ships and some like a large dead polar bear trapped in the ice towards your dream life. And it's whatever way you slice and dice it, your dream life, whatever you want in life, comes about action. But most people would rather complain than do anything to change the situation. And that's certainly the case about earning more money. You know, every day people are grumbling about the rising cost of living. The news is packed with doom and gloom, energy bills, council tax, food prices, everything's creeping up. Donald Trump's going to hit us with his tariffs. Yes, we're all going to be hit with tariffs and the world is going to end. And yeah, it's happening. We can't do anything about it. But can we? Because the real issue is most people just sit there feeling trapped instead of taking action. I was in a pub the other night running a pub quiz for them, and it was all surrounded by people moaning about how expensive things are, but not considering for a moment that they're knocking, you know, their electricity bill down their throat in one evening. It's not like the cost of living is expensive. It's where your priorities sit. So if you don't want to be paying for something, yes, of course it's going to be expensive. If you like going on holidays and drinking lots, then that's not going to be expensive. That's just something that has to happen. Now, what really has to happen is if your expenses are going up, your income needs to go up too. It's that simple. Yet instead of, you know, exploring options and taking a little bit of action, most people just waste time dwelling on the problem. And it's not difficult to make money if you're just willing to try and put a bit of effort in. You know, I'm not some financial guru sitting on a gold mine. I'm just someone who used to be like you guys, used to work in an office, and then decided to change my life. But the big thing about me, I'm someone who looks for ways to bring in extra cash all the time, even though I don't really need it, because I just know it makes life even easier. And without turning life upside down, it's become quite profitable. I run a podcast, which is very profitable. We've got advertising on the front of it now, which is bringing more profits in. I sell books online. I've got a book called Tinnitus A Cure on Amazon and all bookshops. That makes about $680 per month. And I just write the books, I list the books online, and then they sell. So that's £8,160 a year passive income. And that's just one. And then you can do another one. You can do another one. All the effort is at the beginning. All the effort is actually seeing the opportunity and going for it. I rent out a car parking space. I've got a business, and a guy came down and he had a couple of classic Minis, and he said, "Oh, could I store them in back of your yard?" And I said, "Yeah, £100 per month." He said, "Done." It was just an empty parking spot, and instead of letting it sit in there, it now brings me in £1,200 a year, and I'm not doing anything at all. And we're all surrounded by these tiny opportunities that scale up. The pub quiz I was saying about, £30 a week. It's an evening's work. It's a couple of hours. I start at about 8 o'clock, finish at 10. And that £30 a week is £1,440 a year. Plus, it's pretty good fun as well, you know? So we've all got opportunities to add to our income to make life easier. Just those three things that I've just mentioned out, the books online, the car park space, the pub quiz, is £10,800 a year on top of everything else. So, you know, it's not nothing life-changing in a sense, but it's a huge help with the rising costs. And the best part, you can all do something similar. You don't have to be an expert on anything. You just have to put the effort in at the beginning. Now, I speak to so many people who say, I don't have time. I don't have time for extra income streams. Yeah, I promise you, they can tell me every episode on Netflix that they binge watch. They spend time on social media. They do mindless scrolling. The truth is not a lack of time. It's a lack of willingness to just change your habits and do something different. The internet alone provides endless money-making opportunities. You can sell old stuff. You can offer a service. You can drive through a delivery app. You know, options exist everywhere, but you just have to be open to them. I promise you, you walk down your high street, you'll see some card in the window offering you money in some regard. It might be that somebody's looking for a gardener or somebody's looking for whatever. It's just that extra effort. So I've got a simple challenge for you guys. First of all, I want you to stop moaning, and I want you to see if you can find £100 this month. Okay, so forget trying to get rich overnight. That's not what Join Up Dots is all about. It's about taking small actions that compound into something amazing. Focus on making an extra £100 a month, and that's just over £3 a day. Okay, £3 a day is doable, surely, and that £3 a day becomes £1,200 in a year. So you could sell something, you could take on a small gig, you could rent something out, whatever it takes. And once you see how doable it is, your mindset shifts forever and you start spotting more and more opportunities. Then you get to the point where you actually think, okay, I could get that job done, but I don't do it myself. I can find somebody to do it for £10 an hour. I charge the people £15 an hour. I've made a fiver and I haven't done anything at all. Okay, it's you taking control of your financial future. Complaining won't change a thing, but action will. And there's money to be made in everyday life if you're willing to look for it and make your circumstances easier. Stop waiting for them to improve. Start making it happen yourself. So are you going to sit back and struggle? Are you going to go for that? Are you going to see if you can earn £3 a day? And let us know. joinupdots@gmail.com. Let us know, and we would love to know. Now, I'm still sure there's people out there that is going, oh, I haven't got the opportunities. I haven't got this. I haven't got that. Now, some of the world's richest people started from nothing. It's easy to look at billionaires and think, they had money to start with. But that's not always true. Many of the world's most successful people started with really limited resources and found ways to build their fortune step by step. And here's a few examples of how they did it. Now, Jeff Bezos, he started Amazon in his garage. Now, do you know about Amazon? I think we all do. Parcels are whizzing around left, right and centre. But before Amazon became that giant we know today, it's more than a giant, isn't it? It's almost a verb. Bezos started it in 1994 from his garage. He saw an opportunity in the internet and he decided to sell books online. And at the time, he had a really comfortable job on Wall Street. But he took a risk. He worked around that job. He reinvested every penny back into his business. And he didn't wait for someone to give him a break. He created his own. Now, Branson, he just started with a small magazine. He didn't start with Virgin Airlines or a record label. He started with a student magazine and worked his way up. He saw gaps in the market and filled them. He took risks, he learned from failures, and he kept going. Now, we can learn from these success stories, but they're so big, it's almost impossible to think, how can I do the same? But you can. You just have to start with something small, that £3 a day, and know that you don't wait for the perfect time. You just start and figure it out along the way. You might take risks. Probably when you get bigger and bigger, the risks are going to be more financially worrying, but as long as you make calculated ones, they're not too problematic. As long as you look at the upside against the downside, you can get through them. You can. And then don't stop at that. Build on it. That £30 a night I earn doing a pub quiz, okay, I can take that money and I put it into something else. And it just gives you more income to try new things and expand your income streams, okay? So, end of story. The world is full of opportunities, but they're not going to come knocking on your door. You have to go out and find them. And if you're struggling financially, like so many people are, just do something about it. Just do one thing for a neighbour. My neighbour actually next door, she wants me to do her gutters and her soffits. I've cleaned all mine up because I had some time. And she said, how much would you charge if you did it for me? And I thought it was a bit cheeky, really, because I'm a next door neighbour. But I said, well, the window cleaners charge 160 quid, so I'd do it for 180. And I thought she'd say no. And she went, yeah, okay, when can you do it? Now, actually, I don't really fancy doing it, but it's money there. So I'm willing to get me ladders out and spend a morning. And then, that's income. Now, I'm not going to do the next one and the next one and the next one, but it proves again that you can build momentum in your life just by taking that first step. So are you going to keep waiting, or will you take control and create a better financial future for yourself? And of course, stop moaning about it all. I hope you do. Well, until next time, we will be here waiting for you. You let us know, joinupdots@gmail.com, if you've come up with an idea that can just earn £3 a day, and see how that can be invested in to something else to build those income streams. And we will be waiting here for you with the next episode of Join Up Dots. Until next time, you look after yourselves, you stay sexy, of course, and we'll see you again. Cheers. See ya. Bye-bye.
That's the end of Join Up Dots. You've heard the conversation. Now it's time for you to start taking massive action. Create your future, create your life. It's the only life you've got. And we'll be back again real soon. Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots. Join Up Dots.